All right, starting now. So Chris, would you like to share your screen and we can start talking about the joys of Zoom?
Zoom is a wonderful video chat app.
Yes, why am I talking about Zoom? I meant Go.
Yes, we can talk about...
It's been a week of sleep deprivation. I don't know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking to this week. So.
Let me get this out of the way. This is very in the way. I'm not really sure where to start with Go. I mean, I figured out how we can get it to run, so that's good. But I don't know if you wanted to dive into a more set up project to get used to the syntax, or just start going through a tutorial, or...
Well, I thought you proposed that we do Roman numeral mapping, which I'm fine with trying. So why don't we just build a thing that does a thing?
Just build a thing?
That takes us. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things I was going to suggest was that, anyone else know exorcism.io? It's like a place. It's like a place that it's like a code tutorial. It's like they list a bunch of ways to learn code in different languages, and they just have like here are all the things to build. You know, like building Go or some other language.
Oh.
And
That sounds cool.
How do you spell it?
I tried the other way. It didn't work. There we go.
Oh. As in,
It is like a pun and exercise.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Can I log in with like GitHub or something real quick? Sweet.
Yeah, because they have they have a Go thing and starts with Hello World, and then the next one is like a whole series of these kind of like activities to learn.
I also found this website, Go by Example, which is really good. Let me throw this in the chat.
By the way, I did order the book.
Oh, nice.
I like the way that the swoosh is the same color as my background.
Oh boy, I have to sell my soul away. Hold on.
Tell us everything.
Yeah, I'll take a mentor thing. Okay, so we're going with...
By the way, is Rust in there? I just want to take...
Rust is there.
Okay, cool. I'm going to refer to this.
TypeScript is here. Assembly.
Ooh. But
Next
only
time.
16 exercises. We can't get that far with
I don't know.
x86.
Well, I'm going to come here when we have RISC-V assembly.
Well, there's only 16 things that assembly can do. So this is comprehensive.
Well, true. But wait, where's the Z80 assembly?
I'm sorry. I don't know what Pharaoh is. We'll come back to that. But today we're doing Groovy. Do I want to join? Okay. Join the Go track.
Ooh. Oh, wow. They start you from the very beginning.
Yeah.
I think we want practice mode.
What happened? It was so nice, and now it's gone.
Did it just default you to something?
I think we're in practice mode.
Yeah, but where'd like the Hello World stuff go? Oh, I see. Switch to mentored mode.
Oh, and then you get stars? It's like accomplishment stars? Huh, cool.
I want stars. I'm trying to see if it's all gonna work. Is it all gonna work on here? Oh, there's a download here. And there's a solve.
Yeah.
All right.
Installing Go, running Go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So exorcism is something that I install and then get feedback on. I don't mean to be weird. I'm gonna see. Go back to practice mode. See what. Here we go. Extra exercises.
Anything Roman numerish?
It's a prime factors.
Well, that would be interesting.
Latin.
Because that's going to be that would involve recursion, wouldn't it?
Yes.
We've been down that road recently.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Secret handshake.
Ooh.
That sounds fun. Bitwise operators.
Pascal's triangle.
We can take these ideas because I do have a Go setup already installed that wouldn't involve the exorcism mentoring stuff.
Great.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
have
I think
something
that
ready
might be
to go.
more. Yeah.
So yeah, we can go from there. All right, so let me just get into it. Okay, so I don't have anything in here yet.
All right. So how do we make a file that executes? That's the first step.
Hello world. Okay.
So the one thing I learned from the roller coaster tycoon thing that I did. So this was the more robust project that I was going to use as an example to like refer to. Is that you can have a main program, but then you can have different folders, and each folder is like its own package. Apparently, packages are important because you can't have Hello World without telling Go what package you're in.
Right.
So
just like a C program needs a main, right?
Right. I'm going to put this actually over here so I can go like this. Although the robust project doesn't have a main file, so it's not necessarily necessary. All right, so package main. Of course, my computer. Hold on, let me enable Go as a language here. If it's there, disabled items.
Why are they not in any sort of logical order?
Disabled logical order.
These are disabled item. What? No, neither side is in logical order. Or not logic that makes sense to me.
I don't see it. Okay.
I don't think Go's in here.
Well, if we find it necessary, I'll switch over to VS Code, which I couldn't get the plugin working, but I could use it in like a funny kind of way. I will turn off the characters though, just to make it a little easier.
Yeah.
Oh, much better.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Looks like there's one more line than you would see in a C program.
This
But
one?
they yeah, because I think all C would have would be include stdlib or
Right.
stdio.
Yeah.
Because C isn't namespaced.
Yeah. By the way, when you're done, let's get the size of the executable. After you
73.
No, the executable is too.
It's almost 2 megabytes.
There may be some overhead involved in.
We did it. Although I do prefer Damien's grammatically correct hello world.
Well, that's going to add a byte. So
It's also going to add
Code Club. Is that going to also say hello world? Is that what that's doing there?
Oh, it names it after the directory?
I think yes. I think it compiles the entire. I think it compiles all your packages together. I'm not sure. The other thing I know about Go is that the tests are just a naming convention. So if I do main underscore test Go, this is what will run if I run a test.
Okay.
I don't know how to test that this happens. I can do like, I don't know, I can return something. Let me take a look at my old friend over here. See what they have for a test.
So there's a package called testing that you can import.
Yep. I don't see any place where it's used though. I mean, they're throwing an error here.
Yeah, I don't know. It may be that testing sets up the framework that runs functions that start with the word test, like unit.
Well, aren't they passing in testing as the to?
Oh, because what this is
possibility.
doing is making these methods of testing. because of the weird way that Go defines methods.
I'm sure they wouldn't consider it weird.
Testing. I don't know. Go test. Couldn't find package main. Go test. We are passing all of our tests.
Yay.
Well, let's move on. Let's build something more complex now.
Okay, so do we want to go with the Roman numerals, or do we want to go and pick something from exorcism?
I'm fine with the Roman numerals.
Yeah, if you've already thought it through.
I feel like that's an interesting problem because there's one part of it that's easier than the other part, which gives you a good place to start.
Yeah.
Roman numeral sounds good, and maybe we just have exorcism to fall back on. Like we could look through and see if there's anything future we want to do.
Yep.
Sure. All right, so I'll just give myself some more room here, and we'll get started.
So do we want to basically define a class for doing this in? And if so, we need to figure out the syntax for.
I know that there's structs. I don't know if there's actually classes.
Well, that's true. It's not. It's a struct with functions stuck to it.
Yes. Okay. Structs.
There we go.
Type what? Numeral?
Yeah, and you define all of your attributes.
I guess so it would be just value as an int?
Yeah, and it would be like a decimal value or something, or decimal something.
Like,
or decimal base, or.
No, like the string of Roman numerals, and then the.
Oh.
Is that what we're doing? Trying to figure it out?
Yeah, which way are we going with this? What are we trying to accomplish?
I think our idea was that we wanted to be able to convert to and from Roman numerals. But if we store as an int internally, we can have functions that set the value from either an int or a string. I think it makes more sense to internally store it as an integer and then just render it differently through methods.
Okay.
All right,
Well, I think what you had was fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need a struct if we're just saving just an int though.
Well, but we can attach functions to this struct, so then we could have like a from string from int to string to int kind of.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if that's conventionally appropriate for Go, but we don't know what we're doing yet. So.
Yes.
What is it? Make it work, make it better.
Right.
Or make it work, make it right, make it better or faster.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I think that the way this works is that you want function name of. I think you want func get number numeral string. No, go back to the example you had up. I think what you need is right there.
I just switched one to the next one where it has the structs and the methods.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and these are all associated with the struct.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and then there's the main to actually execute with that. Oh,
Yes.
I see. Oh, so that R splat rect.
Yeah. So you I guess you
Okay,
need to do end star numeral.
We'll do this. This makes a pointer. This one doesn't, but you can see
Yes.
they act the same down here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll pass it as a pointer. That doesn't that doesn't wreck my day. Then this is n.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do. So num. So the colon equals is a shortcut instead of var.
Right.
So that's what that is. I don't know if you can throw a type in here or something.
Like a quote or not paren type name or something.
I thought the gopher symbol was like it will infer the type.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that's called?
Gopher?
Well,
It is.
I mean, it looks
Okay.
like their whole gopher mascot thing. So
I'm gonna have
Does
to
it
listen to
say
that
here?
Go podcast that Jared Santos does. He's interviewing. I found one where he's interviewing the developers of Go, the original developers.
All right.
That maybe he'll ask.
Then we just need the value, which is, I'm gonna set at what would be a cheeky Roman 19. That should be a cheeky Roman numeral.
Yeah.
So then we want to format print line out num get number.
Yes.
Are semicolons a thing? It doesn't look like it.
It is here, up there on line 10.
Oh yeah, we probably don't want that.
Although they don't use them here.
They don't use them here. Well, let's find out if they hurt anything. We'll do a little mix here.
Sounds good.
It'll make some disparaging remark about C programming.
No go file. Oh, let me throw the .go on there.
No,
Doesn't seem to care.
All right. Maybe it lets you have multiple statements on a line or something.
Maybe.
That could be. Yep.
Yes, it does.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna go no semicolons.
Yeah,
Hold
I
fun
think
with
that.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so now the fun begins. So toString, right?
Yep.
Where we want to return a string, which I believe is just lowercase string. And then we also want from string,
Yes.
where we get a string. Then we return a numeral. Let me make sure.
Oh yeah, can we do a static
Like an int?
method?
I just want to make sure that, okay, so I can specify a type if I want to, but it's not required. Static thing?
Yeah, is there a way to call a method of a struct without instantiating the struct?
I'm gonna do this a search for that. So go static struct. Is my keyboard like obsessively loud?
I thought that was a sound effect.
It's a satisfying clicking sound.
Okay.
I'm not offended.
I've been told by my D&D group that I interrupt play with my typing. So,
You need the silent cherry keyboard.
it's a form of prestidigitation.
Use factory functions instead.
Oh, there are?
where's that?
Right there.
So we just want func numeral from string. It's not going to be a method on the struct. It's just going to be a function that returns a numeral.
Gotcha. So just make it from string.
Yes.
I'll make it parsed string in that case. And then we want to. So now the fun begins.
So we're going to need a lookup table, right? For
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, maps. I clicked too quickly.
But you don't want to overkill your lookup table.
No. So, I mean, just to make this a little simpler, do we want a map that's one map that's int, like number indexed to string, and another map that's string indexed to numbers? Or is that too much?
I don't know. I would think if we define one map, we could flip it to get the other map.
Gotcha. Also, how do I do comments?
Is it /* and the hash sign?
Apparently, this language does not support comments. I'm sorry.
All right, we got the dash.
There we go.
Okay, /. Yeah.
Um,
Yes, your code should be self-documenting, right?
yes. Yeah, numeral. You know what? You're right. it's kind of silly to put commas now. I just want to make sure we could. We needed to.
Yeah.
So back to our maps. So I'm gonna do what they do. Make a map, and I'm gonna what would we say? String or int?
I do string to int.
String to int. Bless you, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, so let's do I equals 1, delete, equals 5. I don't know why my brain thought this was important knowledge to hold on for my entire life. I think L 50.
Do you want to do we need an IX for 9? Or do we just, oh, okay, because that's going to be a rule, we can factor that into our function.
Yep. Is there a D?
D. D is
Those
next.
are the ones that I remember. This one?
D should be 500, I believe, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think Rome needed to go any higher than.
They do, but it does like M with like a line over it, and that gets into Unicode, so we'll save that for like chapter 3.
Yeah, this looks like a great start.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about the parse string method.
Okay. Let's try here then.
Happy to share my thoughts on that, but if somebody else has an idea, I don't mean to steal your thunder.
No, that makes sense. That was what I had the most thoughts on too. But I'd like to hear. Yeah, I think this would be a good place to start. It might give us some ideas for going the other way.
All right. Well, my idea was we just parse the string left to right, one character at a time, with a one character look ahead. And so if the value of the next character is greater than the value of the current character, we make the current character negative, and then we just add all those values together. Does that make any sense?
So negative
Yes.
would take us back one level in the map.
Well, we're getting an integer value for each character by looking it up in the map. But if the
Right.
character in the look ahead is a higher value than the character we're currently looking at, that means we need to make our current character's value negative because of the IV, IX rules.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make some tests.
Sounds good.
It's not 10. Do some very simple ones. So this one should be 9. So this is one thing that this is one place I think that we might have trouble with yours. Is that I think this is valid for 8.
Oh, is it?
Because it's either because I think both of these are valid.
Really?
I don't know. What's our clock say?
Well, in valid Roman numerals,
Yes.
that means VIII is also valid.
Yes. This is definitely valid.
And one more.
This one might throw off Damien's pattern. I don't see this as often. I see this, so maybe we don't even have to worry about this.
Well, if we did need that to be valid, then it would just be a matter of looking ahead further. And if any character ahead is a higher value, I mean, that's going to make the algorithm a lot slower. But
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let me find some. All right, so here's some string functions.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and okay, so we
actually,
index to strings.
Everything's grouped together.
Actually, what? Okay, well, first off, we need the strings import.
I could revise my algorithm to make Chris's idea, like the broader range of valid numerals, work without making it less efficient. I think you just have to parse it from right to left instead of left to right, and keep track of what the highest value you've encountered so far is. And then if the current value is less than the highest we've seen so far, you make it negative. And I mean, that's going to also work for a bunch of invalid strings, but it should work for all valid strings. And then it's a question of, do we care about strict validation or not?
Okay.
Something like that?
Exactly.
I'm just going to call it sum. All right, let me look up how to loop.
And string operations would also be helpful.
There it is. 4.
4. Is there one that looks like we could go backwards?
Yeah. You just reverse your logic or invert your logic.
Yeah. So we just let me go back to the string stuff. String functions, contains, join, do it up len. So len.
Len -1, or unless you want to run it down to 0. If you want to end at 1, or if you want to end at 0.
Well, I think we're indexing 0, so we have to.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is it. Yeah.
All right. So let's do sum go for 0. Highest go for 0. I kind of missed the syntax highlighting already.
Do we want to use, does split break the string into characters for us?
Yeah, we could split. Into
The question
characters?
is, can you split with an empty
Find
string?
out. Let me check one thing. Where are the arrays? Can I just for an array? Okay.
You should. Yeah, there it is.
Well, we can. What I was going to do is we can index the strings. So here you can see they just got hello. And then
Wow. Yeah, that's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an uppercase?
Yes.
To upper.
Okay. So I'm going to do. I'll do upper equals SDR 2. I don't like the uppercase first. Oh, hold on. I'm doing this incorrectly. Oh, okay. So they have this. Let's copy exactly what they have. Oops. This website doesn't like to be copied from. Yep.
It doesn't like to retain your...
That's okay. We got there.
There, you got it now. Yeah.
So I don't know if the parentheses are important, but I'm not going to mess with it. So S.
I'm going to bet they are important.
They are important.
Yes.
Right,
multiple.
So we're going to do upper. Cool. So we're going to do, so the value equals, and then we're going to look at our map for upper. Oh, why is it N? I don't like that. Let's make this conventional.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yes.
Mupper? Okay. Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Yeah, I just called it M because that's what the example said, but I can make this like digits.
No,
That's better.
M.
We can.
Digits is
I like
better?
digits.
You like
Okay.
digits?
Descriptive.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So then this is digits. So if, don't think any parentheses. So if val is greater than or equal to highest.
I'd say only if greater, because we don't need to rewrite highest to its own value.
Well, we do need to add it to the sum. And if we have a case like xxi for 21.
Oh yeah.
So we'll add the val. And just for simplicity, I'll just overwrite it now.
Okay.
We can figure it out later.
Yeah.
But if not, we want the sum. We want to actually subtract it.
Yeah.
Look at my nice self-documenting code. Doesn't need all that.
It's
Okay.
algorithmic.
I don't know. I'm going to throw in a format print here because I don't know if we can actually print out. I don't know if we need like a toString method or what.
I think you should be able to get away with that.
Yeah, I think so
Okay.
too.
So I'm parsing xiv, which is 14. Oh, and then I'm printing out here. So it might be a little double. Okay.
Non-declaration statement outside function body.
On line 12.
Line 12.
Okay, it's digit.
Oh.
Digits.
So
And
to
we
put
don't
this
know
in,
what type it is.
or do we need to put it inside of main?
I think the problem is we're putting procedural code in definition space.
So this just needs to go inside of main.
Right there, yes.
Will we be able to get to it though?
It'll automatically execute main, I believe.
Well, the question is scoping. Will digits be accessible?
It will not be accessible outside. It needs to be declared outside, is my guess.
So you're gonna have to pass it in as a.
So how do we define a global constant map?
Oh, hold on. There's constants.
Okay, so you just declare it,
Const.
and then you initialize it.
So we could have just done const.
It could be, is it because of the gopher?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to declare a constant string. It's another thing to declare a constant map.
Declare it as a pointer and then allocate it in main.
I can give that a shot. So like const, right? So const and map.
Yeah.
But as a
I think
pointer.
by definition, that's not going to work.
Unless M is a reference, then what you hang off the reference, you can't change.
It doesn't look like you actually set pointers. You just tell functions when you want to pass as a pointer.
Oh, so you're passing it in. So you take that, you pass in the pointer. So you'd use that as a context.
For now, I will just pass in the map, and we can come back to this later.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good, yeah.
There's got to be a good way to conceal these kinds of internal details somewhere.
Without having to pass in a context?
Right. Because if we want to share this
That's
map
bracket.
between functions without having it be a function parameter, there's got to be and I mean, maybe we're thinking too object-oriented, but maybe what we need is a get value for digit function. That would be the functional way to do it. And then the map could live inside the get value for digit function.
I mean, we can also just put the digits inside of here.
Until we need to reuse them.
Yes. Let's see. Go globals. Maybe try go lang globals. Global variable access.
There, you var it. No, that was, yeah, there it is. You declare it as var.
So if you just put a var digits up top, is that enough to make it global?
You can do a...
I think you still want to run it in main.
Like this?
Right.
Yes.
Keep N first and foremost. I think that's correct.
And then you can take away the digits parameter because you don't need it because it's global.
Is it though?
Boom.
Cannot use n.value as type string in return argument.
Line 18.
Oh, because it's not a string. Just
Right.
Get rid of this for now.
Undefined.
Yeah, undefined val. Yeah, we were just starting.
Oh, because you need to define the variable. Yeah.
There.
I need to go for it. Can I use upper type byte as type string in map index?
So change the
Can I
map
cast it?
type to bytes. And then we need to figure out, do we use single quotes for bytes or?
Well, I'll try one and we'll see if it yells at us.
Yes.
That's going to do the trick.
Yeah, because single means it's an individual character or a byte.
Yep.
Hey!
Ooh. And it is 14.
Yes.
14.
Where's our test that tells us that it should be 14?
All right, let's run our test. Go test me.
Or is it just go test?
Go test. Mismatch types numeral and int. That is.
You need some. Yeah.
That is fair. Get number.
Oh yeah, test two things at once.
Cannot call pointer method on parse string. What?
Oh, is it because those are allocated references?
Maybe we don't leave that.
Oh, we did. Yeah. Fail. What did we fail?
X not 10, X not 9. I think it would be helpful if our failure message told us what value we actually got.
Nah.
Expected blah.
All right. Off to string formatting. Where is it?
Oh, let's see. You have an X not 9 and an X not 9 for your 11 and 9 case.
That's true. That was intentional.
Okay. Seeing if I was paying attention.
V. Okay, D. So I can do X naught was D. And I can just throw just gonna make a temp. Do something like this. Like that. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
All right. We have to get rid of these gophers. I don't know if that's what they're called, but that's what I'm calling them from now on.
Thank you, Chad.
So you've accidentally made the Go language infinitely better.
And so you need to change some values now. Change your X's to XI's and IX's.
Yes, this is 11. This is this.
And also in the error messages.
XI
I see.
and IX, yeah.
Was 0.
They're all 0.
Ooh,
Okay.
not good.
All right.
Oh, because main didn't run in the test context, so digits were not initialized.
Oh. We have to set it up.
I think what we should do is just make a get digit function.
Well, when we declare it, can we initialize it to those, or do we try that?
We tried that. It doesn't like that, executable code living outside of a function.
Or if you braced it or something, like a lambda. Wait, I'm thinking object-orientedly now.
I mean, are you talking about kind of declaring it as a literal,
right,
rather than the make?
Declare it, then initialize it.
Okay.
No, they're not doing that there.
Here, why don't we make a get digit map function, and then we can retrieve the digit map anywhere we need it, and then we've encapsulated this logic inside a function instead of using a global.
So init map where it just sets all of the things?
Well, no, I was saying get map, and it returns the map. So then at the top of our function, we can get the map and then use it. Yeah. And so this returns a map.
Right.
Let me know if I stray away from what you have in mind.
That is exactly what I had in mind.
That looks good.
Get rid of that definition up top.
Okay.
And then you got to make it return a map, don't you?
Yes.
In the signature, right? Yeah.
Map. I'm going to be specific just to see if it likes that. Do we want to still do it globally?
I don't think we need to then. We should probably do it more locally.
Okay, so we can to do instance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so here in parse string, we want to do digits equals get digit map.
Gopher.
We want to go for it.
Work. Okay, that'll work
You
because
bet.
parse string is here. Okay. Let's give this a whirl. I'm gonna move my dumb comment over here. That seemed to work fine.
Yeah. Test.
Go test.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, let's
Wow.
beef this up.
Let's give it a big, complicated one now, like
What's like
MCM LXXVII. That's my favorite Roman numeral.
MCL
MCM
Okay.
LXXVII.
LXX.
What movie was made in that year?
Godzilla versus Megalon.
Nice.
It's a 19.
You would.
1977. 1977.
Yes, I believe
No
that
one
is the
pays
correct
attention during the closing credits.
77, not 79.
Ah,
Well, we should do 1988 too. The year the Dodgers won the World Series.
all right.
Yay.
Yeah.
What about one of those supposedly correct ones like IIX?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which should be 8. You know what? I should abstract this. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was good. That'd be 2. It doesn't.
Holy cow.
Wow.
So I think Roman numerals, the max like consecutive character is 3. So like this is valid, but
Yes.
this is invalid.
Right.
So that might be something we can check for. I'm gonna leave that actually because I like it. Real quick, let's do parse test. I can't start with test.
Yeah.
So-
Some sort of,
Right.
We have a
oh, you
string.
cannot start with test.
Oh, actually, you could, as long as you don't make it an extension of the testing struct.
All right, let's give it a shot. Well, this isn't an extension. This is passes a parameter.
Right.
This
Oh, you're right.
this would be part of the struct.
You're right. Yeah. So, don't listen to me.
This is fine. It makes sense.
I think you need a third parameter.
For
Oh no, you don't. But expected should be an int.
yes, you're right. Was not D. So now is it just commas or is it more Python-y?
It's commas-ish. It's comedic,
Nice.
comodic.
STR was not like that.
It shouldn't be hard-coded to 10 in line 7.
Are you sure?
Everything is 10.
All right, this is 11. This is
You're
9.
doubling down on the decimal system today.
Yes. This is the best year. And then this is invalid.
But for now, we love it anyway.
Boom.
Wow, that's so much easier to read.
Fail.
Undefined T.
Line 8.
Oh, I need
Oh,
to
because
All right, I do need to pass T.
yeah.
All right, so let's.
You
Can
got to
I
pass
do
it a
this?
context, I guess.
Can I do this?
Oh, there.
No. Well,
What if I just like
Where's
this?
it coming from then?
that might work, but it's crazy.
No.
Parse test undefined. Didn't like that. Okay.
Passed as a parameter?
I'll just pass that as a parameter.
Do you have an extra parenthesis in front of your function name there?
I do now. I did that little thing there.
I
Switching to
see.
closure.
Catch.
There you go.
I feel like that should have worked.
No.
Cannot use as type string an argument. What?
How's
Does
it?
it default to? Oh, does it? It does
you need to pass it-
apply to
it-
all the
yeah.
preceding.
Yes.
It's gonna be T.
That's interesting.
All right.
Eh,
So that means you do have to type all of your function arguments. It's just it doesn't look like you're doing that.
I do wish I could make this. I'm gonna try this one more time. Except I'm gonna remove the pointer part of it.
Make it a
I'm gonna,
constant.
I'm gonna give this one more shot. I'll just try it on one. Save time.
Nope.
Cannot define new.
Okay, so it's locked down. So non-local type. So because we pulled in from testing, we can't change it.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
None
It's
of your
eight.
Ruby trickery here.
No. Everything is very much explicit.
Okay. Our current time is 10:23.
Wow,
I
that
think
went
we should
fast.
probably pause here, and maybe next time we can tackle phase 2 of going the other direction, and maybe some validation if we feel like it.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get some syntax highlighting working. I know there's a VS Code plugin for Go, but I couldn't get the server to run.
And would you like to maybe create a GitHub repo or something to stick
Yes.
this code in so we can?
What we got here?
Yeah.
Add
Sure.
it all. I don't need to add the. Hold on.
You don't add your executable, whatever you do.
Yeah, that's 2 megabytes we can't afford to spare.
Oh,
right,
so,
right.
So,
Actually, let's see.
So earlier this week, I went down to All Things Open down in Raleigh, and Andy Hunt, who wrote The Pragmatic Programmer, was doing a book signing and Q&A. And he was going on about, how crazy the language, just how many languages there are and how many permutations and all this. So I asked him, so is there a place for things like assembly and languages that are like C that generate really tight code? He says, if you want to stick it in a watch, you really need something like Rust. You don't want to have like Go where it generates all this stuff. You don't want all your libraries loaded onto your watch.
Should we call this Roman Numerals?
Oh yes.
Go for numerals.
Roman numerals. It's amazing.
Go, gopher. Remember that cartoon?
Oh man, and now it's on record that this was my suggestion.
You bet. Oh, we lost the recording.
All right.
Excellent. We need a readme.
It's a fun start. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Looking forward to next time.
Yep, I will stop the recording now.